Hello, thank you for having me here to share with you how we can do better to be getting a good job in Hong Kong. Okay, welcome you all into this so-called sharing section here. So my topic is to fast track your career development in Hong Kong if you get a chance to stay in Hong Kong for a good job and for your future as a career and a life as well. So my name is Teddy Liu. I am the founder and CEO of the Mentors Hub. I'm doing mentoring as a social impact process. Well, you see my face, right? I'm not young, so I just retired some 2 years ago. But I put myself into a so-called talent development process. I'm helping a lot of youngsters and people in mentoring so that they can get more experience from me and see how I can help them to groom themselves to better their career and to possibly to thrive. Right, so expecting you are, applying for Hong Kong jobs and future, life and career here. So I hope my sharing today will be helping you a little bit. If you do need any further help, okay, I can give you my contact later on and you can contact me. Okay, let's go on with our sharing first. So the first question here, okay, I will presume that you have some kind of research about Hong Kong before you apply to any jobs or other engagement in Hong Kong. So why Hong Kong first? So there are some unique features and advantage in Hong Kong that probably you will be interested in as well. You think it's good for you. First of all, we all know that Hong Kong is actually a global financial center. And to my best understanding, we are the third largest one, in the whole world, right? So we are just right behind New York and London. That means with such a small 7.8 million people placed in Hong Kong next to China, we are one of the biggest, international financial center. That means we have a lot of people coming in to fight for future development, capital investment, and other businesses as well. So Hong Kong is so unique that we are one of the biggest financial center. That's why I think this is the reason why we attracted you, to join this seminar. Why we are so good? Another point is that we are backed by our mainland China, right? Our motherland. You know that in the whole world, aside the state, we are China is the biggest economy now. We are having a lot of advantage in China. More advanced in technologies, infrastructures, and other things, right? We have 1.3 to 4 billion people supporting economy as well. Chinese people are one of the biggest sort of population in the world with Chinese speaking part. That means that we are actually a lot of people helping us to build the economy, the whole world, anything. And with that, Hong Kong situated just next to China. We are the gateway for China, coming in, going out. In that sense, all the commodities, all the finance, all the people, all the knowledges, all the innovations, all comes to Hong Kong as a gateway. When you want to go into China, of course, Hong Kong is a springboard. Or another way around, right? When Chinese company want to go abroad, Hong Kong is a springboard. That means Hong Kong is so strategically positioned that we are in a very clear position to help China to go abroad at the same time for the world to stay in China. And what is the underlying situation or factor that support Hong Kong so uniquely? There are two things that I want to share with you here. First of all, the currencies here. Hong Kong dollar is pegged to US dollar. That means we are very stable. We are transferable all the time. We don't, have any risk of not able to get our money out of Hong Kong if you need to get capital, repatriation, right? Or any transfer, any kind of money transfer between Hong Kong and other Western world, other part of the world can be done easily. And in that, China, you see that China is a big economy. Its currency is called renminbi, right? It is not yet a globally accepted, or transacted currency at this point in time, despite it is, going to be. Yet Hong Kong is already a global, currency in some sense through the US Hong Kong dollar peg, and that means we are totally transparent, totally, open to the world. On top, we need a very stable economy, stable situation in Hong Kong. We adopted common law since, a long time ago when we were, the UK colonial status. And then we were taken over, by China back to 1997. And then we remain our common law regime. So that we are the, globally accepted law support system. That means all the transactions, all the contracts, all the law, all the dispute are in a very good hands, right? That we all trusted. With these two major advantage, and with the back of China and situated as a center of the world, that means you are attracted to Hong Kong, right? If I'm correct, you should be attracted by these factors. So it comes to our agenda for today. So with that as a background, I think that you are eager to come to Hong Kong to find a job and stay here for your career and for life, right? So I'll try myself to, I'm going to share with you how to be a better, competitive, self to look for a job in Hong Kong. The point is, what is the Hong Kong, landscape for career? So what is demanded? Which kind of job that is, mostly more easily found in Hong Kong, and how you position yourself to be a better candidate to fight for jobs, how to build your strategic networking and other relationship with people. After all, Chinese people are very, care about relationship. We call it guanxi. So in that case, we make sure that you upward communicate with your future boss, or already existing bosses, and then your collateral, your collaboration with other people just next to you, how to build your brand, how to build your visibilities, and then end with a 90 days, solid job for you, right? To get yourself prepared if you are not yet in Hong Kong, or you're already in Hong Kong, looking for stability and other job advancement. And then sometime we get a Q&A and a recap on the section. I think this should be okay, right? If any other questions, just leave it to the end of the day, and then we'll just answer it. Right, start with the overview here. So Hong Kong is very competitive. In fact, okay, we have a lot of professional people here. We are all the hardworking people, but hardworking doesn't mean anything without good differentiation. So it's not just work hard. It must be, working strategically. So before, how do you, why should we be so competitive? Because Hong Kong, the career ecosystem is so unique that you must be competitive. First of all, in Hong Kong, it's a global hub, as I said, right? So in that case, we must be attracting a lot of people coming in. So think about it. Even in Hong Kong, in our own, economy here, we have about approximately how many? It's about 60,000 to 70,000 people graduating each year. But say only one half or less than one half job for the graduates. That means if there is a youngster here, they cannot find a job easily. I'm not so sure about your status, right? Maybe you are already mature, you are already a lot of working experience, you are a great CV, right? That's another issue here. But yet, Hong Kong is very competitive. We have a lot of people competing for, career in Hong Kong. As well, if they're in a very senior position, that's even less, right? So it's really highly competitive. If you are not strategic positioned, I don't see how much you can actually get the chance to stay in a high position. Of course, when you come in Hong Kong, maybe you have to really localize yourself, a little bit, maybe take some time, maybe learning curve, you take a little lower position, maybe get yourself in first. The point is, if you want to get high, you must be very competitive. Make sure that you are very strategic. Hard work doesn't really give you the security, but strong, networking, very unique positioning, and your strategy and your credibility built for future. In that case, you must be connected with the high people, the reputations, and then make sure that you have your unique position so that you get a very good exposure to a high position. So the objective is to make sure that you are not just working hard. You must be proactive. You must be planning very clearly. You must know what is needed in Hong Kong and how yourself can fit into the Hong Kong position so that you'll be here easily. Right, so which market in Hong Kong is more easily to get for your career and other possibilities? Look at the Hong Kong situation here. As I mentioned before, Hong Kong is actually very global, a capital hub, a regional headquarter base, a very international professional standards, sort of center here, right? So in that case, what we demand most actually is on financial resources, like the banking, private equity, assets and risk management, family offices, these sort of things, right? We need that because we have to support our financial hub here. On the other hand, to support these financial services, the professional services is another, very important arm to support the whole economy here. The legal, accounting, consulting, taxation, these are the professional services we need in Hong Kong to support the whole economy. Being a regional hub here, right? So the supporting service for the regional hubs, regional headquarters are important. If you're working in the MNC, right, understand the cross-regional coordination part, that will help you to be a good candidate to come to Hong Kong to do this kind of job. Of course, we understand that the ESG, sustainable development, is another trend. The whole world needs it. We are working on it. China is working really hard on that. In Hong Kong, we are the supporting function, professionalism to China, to Hong Kong itself, to the rest of the world in ESG and sustainable development, all the practices here. Besides, you can see from China, they are very, advancing in technology. In Hong Kong, of course, we just next to them. We have, a technology hub next to the border between Hong Kong and China. On that, we build a lot of technology advancement, innovation research as well. But in Hong Kong in particular, we need more fintech, regtech to support the whole financial world. Then lastly, of course, the corporate finance and treasury functions, these are in the big corps, right? So if you're joining the big corps, these are the way that you can look into see if you are the finance people, you are the treasury people, you are the corporate finance people, international setting, then you are the right one in Hong Kong. Besides all these very edgy things about financial hubs in Hong Kong, some other things that I have mentioned here, but I will mention to you now. So given Hong Kong's economy is really intellectual, and with the world moving to old age, right? So well-being, silver hair, and as well the education, business is very promising in Hong Kong as well. So besides all these points here, you can look into wellness, people, development, health, biochemistry, this kind of thing, right? And as well, the education. Education in Hong Kong, there are 5 universities in Hong Kong that are ranked top 100 in the world. That means education is actually very promising as a business as well as a talent hub in Hong Kong. Besides that, so what do we need for the skill set? First of all, you must be very technical and functional. Okay, as I mentioned, right? So we are the financial center here. So you're expert in the global regulatory frameworks in Hong Kong and understand more about China. Your AI and technology, in addition, you can lack off, right? And then ESG strategy means that you need that kind of understanding. And more importantly, 90% plus people here are Chinese, right? We are Cantonese speaking, Mandarin speaking, and English speaking. That means if you're just English speaking or other languages here, you have to really think about how you can communicate with the locals here. So Chinese means that Cantonese or Mandarin, you have to really learn it, understand what it means to you, what it means to other people. That means communication, right? If you cannot communicate well, that means you have a problem with connecting with other people. So it's really a big problem here. Another thing is the soft skills here. We focus on result. We are result driven. So in that sense, you have a mindset to drive result with tight deadline. We are used to it, so you have to really used to it as well. And then you have to manage a lot of stakeholders as well. Because after all, connectivity, synergies, ecosystem things are people. You're not just working alone. Of course, you can be the one-person company, but yet you still do have a lot of vendors, stakeholders around you, customers, and other people. So stakeholder management is very important as a person, not just for business, right? And then problem solving is very important. After all, as a business, right? We are just serving people, helping them to solve their pain points, right? We're not able, we have ability to do the problem solving and helping people to do, better, results. We are doing nothing, bring no value to other people as well. So another one is the communication. That's very important. We all understand that. So besides all these things, who are you? What's so special about you? Think about one or two other niche skills that you have that we don't have in Hong Kong that add on to your differentiation factors. If you are much differentiating from the other people with above all the skills and function areas, then you are probably the best in Hong Kong. Right. So going to how to position yourself. It's really something that is very important to all of us. No matter where you are, you must be visible with impact, right? Without visibility, nobody knows you. Without impact, it means nothing to other people as well. So in that case, if you have some good achievement, show to other people. That is very important. First of all, You must align with what people needs. If it's not aligned to others' needs, right, that means you're doing things that people don't need, right? So why you? Then you must quantify the outcome. Make sure that they're easily understood, right? It is easily understandable so that people say, okay, you help me get, that increase, that improvement, that efficiency gain, right? This is very important. As I said, connectivity, stakeholder management is very important. So you have to really work across different kind of people, different walks of life, right? So as a leader, as a senior, you have to manage people relationship. So cross-departmental projects or other things that demonstrate your ability to manage many stakeholders is very important to add to your credibility. Of course, you just don't stay forever in that level, right? You aim high, but starting, low. By doing things, accumulating your ability, and then people knowing that you are achieving by time, progressing, all the time, providing your value, and then you're always looking to the next level. Make sure that you're ready for the next level to get promoted. Without ability to get promoted means that you are not demonstrating what they need in the future. As a HR people, I always said to my youngsters, the mentees, right? I would say, okay, I don't care what you did in the past. I just care what you can do in the future, right? If you don't show me your ability to do something better in the future, why I should have you? Think about it. I don't, give you money, give you anything without your future contributions, right? We need results. Results mean tomorrow's result. So show me how you can do it for tomorrow. And that means you have to show the next phase, the next potential you have. So that people see that, oh, you got something to do more, extra miles. So I get you something extra to do to test your ability. Once you've done it, in that case, people say, oh, you are great. So I give you more chance. And that you push yourself progressing. And lastly, make sure that your work is strategically aligned, right? It's a long-term thing. Of course, you do a short-term thing to let people understand you have achievement every day, right? Every single period. The point is, it's all aligned with the long-term objective. You must strategize for work so that people see the long-term perspective, long-term value of your contribution. Right, so talking about relationship. So we all know that Hong Kong people are actually, very connected. We build ecosystem. Hong Kong is a superconductor. We are connecting the world and China. We are connecting everybody. So that's very important to show people that connectivity must be built purposely. So I would suggest you to think about how you connect with people that you are inclined to connect with, and then make sure that you are targeted meeting, right? Make sure that it's a valuable meetup. Don't just have a name card, say hi, bye. That means nothing to anybody. But effectively, building connection is helping you to build your credibility, to build your resources pool, to build your future, image. After all, who are you connected with? Give you a very good indication who you are, right? So make sure that every time you are working with people, just add value. Give before you take. Give and take, right? Give before you take. Why give? We all know that if you give other people something that of value, means that you are able to contribute, means that you are important to other people. When you ask, that means you are in need, you are the poor one. That means people don't like you too much unless they owe you a favor. So that means when you give more, people owe you favors, and then by the time you need some people's help, then people will pay you with gratitude. In that case, value creation first, ask later. Of course, when you are working with people, we need a very trusted network. So how come you get a trusted network? Back to your own professionalism, back to your own study, back to your own friends and connection here. These people must be understand who you are. Connect with your alumni, connect with your university, connect with your peer colleagues previously. So these people are giving you the credit. So when you're connecting with new people, they will see who you are by looking at who is around you, right? So by building a trust network will give you the credit, give you the authenticity of who you are. That's most critical. And then make sure that every time you connect with people, you get a continuous, consistent connection. Don't just say hi and bye, right? Relationship takes time to build. Trust takes time to actually have it. You cannot have trust without knowing each other, right? Knowing people, and then without knowing what they can do, and then what they did, what they're expecting. Just like leadership, right? We don't follow leaders just because of their authority. We follow leaders because of their vision, their belief. It's that belief that we believe in, and then we follow them, right? The same thing here. So when we have with people, we build an ecosystem. People look into you, who you are, why I should connect with you, what can I get out of you, in the sense that if I give you something, I give you something, in the future when I need it, I get you back from your own favor. In that case, a very light touch consistent follow-up means that you are connecting people, letting them know who you are, say building a good LinkedIn profile, a good social media posting, meeting up with coffee chats, and helping people with some volunteer work. These add to your credibility and your own image, right? So with that, how can we build better meaningful upward management here? So engage with senior leaders. That's very important. Why? Think about it. Okay, who are the senior leaders, right? They are the ones successfully done their job. They're the one already demonstrate their ability. They're the one leading the business or some big vision. That means they are changing the world. Connected to that, understand who they are is very important. At least to follow the trend. And more importantly, if you're able to connect with them, be friends to them, means that you are part of the circle. You're into the circle. You're into the connection. You're into the world. In that sense, you can just contribute, move on, and do the thing that you can do so that people see that, oh, you're really good, right? So by engaging with leaders, that's very important to understand that we have to respect that time. Make sure that we don't say, insecurities, gossip, other meaningless things, right? Their time is of essence. Senior leaders means that they are doing a great thing. They are creating value minute by minute, second by second. So every single second means a lot of things to them, at the worst of the world. In that case, respect their time. Make sure that you stick with their requirements, stick to their timeline, so that you try to respect who they are, what they need. At the same time, when talking with them, make sure that it's value creative, right? It's value creation. Of course, most of the time it's business driven. So sometimes we have friendship, of course, but still friendship still based on some personal value as well. So business centric or value centric is very important. Make sure that they know you are really a positive thing, right? You are a contributing people. You are something of value rather than just be a friend without something to add on. So they don't spend time on meaningless things. Of course, you have to empathize and understand what they need first. As I said, give and take, not take and give, right? The more you can understand them, empathize on their needs and helping them, that means they place you inside their friendship. The more you can do more, contribute for them. You can do something and actually, make them feel that, okay, you're always a helper. You're always a helping hand when they need it. That means you're in their primary list. And then when they need anything, they give you, a call. That is actually not a work, it's an opportunity. Think about it. Understanding people means that you get them a connection, give them a card that you can call you when they're in need. And that card means an opportunity to open a door, right? So when they come to you for senior people, make sure that you respond promptly. Because after all, their time is very limited. So if you don't reply promptly, so you wait, procrastinate, that means you're losing your chance, right? So it's not good. Another thing is make sure that you're partnering with recruiters, right? In Hong Kong, well, for myself, I've been staying in the company for 31 years without, changing my so-called employment, but I changed jobs within the company. But yet, connecting with the recruiter is very important. At least you know about the market. You need to know about your own competitiveness, your price, your positioning, your gap. So by comparing with others, getting information from the recruiters, you know that you are going to do more. Make sure that you are competitive. You may be able to change job. You may be able to progress along the career in different companies, right? So you understand what is a shared vision, right? The shared vision of the whole company, the people, the recruiters, and then you try to match that, right? And it must be a specialist in yourself so that you present to people that you are so specialized, you're so unique. When a recruiter comes to you, right, they come to you for your specialist, for your specialty, not for a friendship only, okay? So make sure that in your profile, you update your achievement all the time. Let them know that you are achieving continuously. And of course, as I said, right, respond swiftly, very important. People need more time to understand who you are, to give you a chance, to interview you, to connect with you, to evaluate, and finally give you a position, right? So managing sideways and upward, right? First of all, managing upward, you must be value creation, right? As I said, you must be value centric. People don't give you a chance for doing bad thing, right? They need you to contribute. I just want you to do things that is beneficial to, me, us, the company, the team, the economy, right? So if you do add no value, why you? And another one is for proactively judging. That means actually if you are given a chance to do something, don't be complacent and circle yourself within that job. You must always go beyond one extra mile. Why? Show people that you are able to do more. That extra mile means that you're opening more doors for yourself. So be proactively stretching your own goals, right? Don't stop. Be complacent. That is a lethal, kill for yourself, right? Don't be complacent. Just be proactively seeking opportunities to do more, contribute more. More importantly, let people know it, right? So you must be transparent to some extent. You can't just kill yourself. When nobody knows what you're doing, that means nothing to anybody. But of course, you can expose all to everybody, right? Keep yourself some kind of distance, but yet let's keep a very reasonable transparency of what you're doing, where you're heading, what kind of contribution you made, and how you're doing it, right? So another way is make sure that your peer group is with you, right? You must be collaborative. You must help other people, help yourself. You must be collaborating so that people give you what they have, so that you can be better and more stronger. We all understand that when collaborating with other people, we have more resources, more knowledge, more ability, and more different voices, three-dimensional, so that you don't make silly mistakes, but just having your own self, think about your own problem and own solution. So having collaboration means that you get more from other people. Of course, at the same time, you have to share with other people. By giving, you get more support. So as a leader, you must view yourself as a leader, right? Leadership is only actually not pointing to people, do your work, but to influence people, inspire people, empower people. That means people will come to you because they believe in you, they trust you, they follow you. Finally, make sure that you build your brand. That brand is very important. Without brand, nobody will like you. Without brand, nobody will know you. Without brand, nobody will come to you. Everything, everyone have a brand, have a unique image, right? You must build yourself, be reliable, result-driven, solution-oriented, okay, always deliver as promised, be visible, good reputation. These things, you can do it with your LinkedIn, social media, other posting, as well as your day-to-day communication with people, in the team, in a meeting, in a project, in a coffee shop, meet up. In that sense, you show to people who you are. Mind you, these must be authentic. Otherwise, you just, a shame, right? It's not a fake. It must be the true you doing that, right? So the key takeaway, make sure that you effectively communicate your value, collaborate with other people, building trust and high integrity professional reputation. That comes to you, make sure that you are so unique, people need you, and because you are so unique, right? So it comes to the later part, right? I want you to do something for yourself. Make sure that you are acting something solid to prepare yourself, either getting into Hong Kong or already in Hong Kong, getting more promotion. First of all, do a self-reflection. Without reflection, we don't know who we are actually. Without reflection, we don't know our weaknesses, our gap. We don't know the direction to improve ourselves and how we actually prioritize our actions, priority, contribution to other people. Okay, make sure that you reflect all the time. Reflection is actually a daily task. Make sure that you do it constantly, effectively, structurally, with vision, with direction, and then connect with the people. That's so important, right? So connect internally, externally, so that you prioritize who are the key stakeholders you want to connect with, and how they can actually collaborate with you, have synergize with you, and add to your credibility, add to your resources, add to your future opportunities, right? So meet up regularly with people with good timing, respect their time, make sure that you are value adding all the time, build trust among people, and then of course, continuously build your visibility and branding. As I said, go to the social media, go to your public media page, your own page, right? To present yourself. What is yourself, your own proposition, your own value, your own vision, your own future? How can you contribute? who you are, what kind of achievement you have made, how you help people, what is the bigger vision you have in life rather than just money. These are very important in your personal branding. Okay, so as a recap, okay, I want to make sure that you have a position to make yourself able to hear beyond just hard work. All right, hard working is good, but it gives you no future, opportunity other than just just hard work. But hard work sometimes in a digital era now, we are replacing by robotics, right? So hard work doesn't mean too much. So if you want hard work, you must build your strategic position, and then make sure that you have good networking, not just contact, and amplify your contribution through communication, through visualization, and lastly, make sure that you have a unique value that Hong Kong needs you, Hong Kong business needs you, China needs you, so that you can easily stay in Hong Kong and go into China as well, maybe in the future, right? Right, so 30 minutes gone. So it's a very fast timing. So, okay, I hope my sharing past 30 minutes will be meaningful to you. If you do have any question, any thing that you want help from me as a mentor, I'm doing pro bono free of charge, right? You can contact me through LinkedIn and email as well. Right, so if you have any question, just put into the chat box. We can just share and see how we can work together and do connection. Thank you very much.